Hey there, this is Lifted Conscious, and today I'm going to talk about the heart. Actually, I'm also going to talk about my slight obsession with the heart. But I just personally think it's a very beautiful technology. We are all, overall, very advanced organic technology. The heart, however, specifically fascinates me and puzzles me. Obviously, we're aware of the regular functions in terms of survival. That's very important. But the reason why it fascinates me specifically is because of the correlation of the heart and our emotions, or the relationship they have with each other. For starters, the heart has its own nervous system. This is something that most people aren't really aware of. And I think it's important for us to spread this information to as many people as we can, as well as practice it in our minds so we can reprogram our minds from our old ways of thinking and come into embodiment of this awareness. Because one thing is being aware, and another thing is actually embodying it. So, with that said, what else is beautiful about the heart? It's stronger than the brain. And this whole time, we've thought that that's not the case. It is 100 times more electrically stronger and up to 5,000 times more magnetically stronger than the brain. So what does that say? That says a lot. And our minds are programmed otherwise. We are in a way programmed to think that the heart is useless, that it doesn't do anything for us, besides keeping us alive. But in terms of how we feel, and what does it have to do with it? It's very, very, very interesting, actually, what it has to do with it. How we feel has a lot to do with the way our heart beats, the heart rhythm, the pattern of each beat. It is scientifically proven that even the healthiest heart beats irregularly. But when we undergo frustration or experience frustration, sadness, all these very low vibrational emotions, that our heart just goes crazy. The heartbeats are just out of it insane. Like they are desperate and they need help, which we do need help when we feel like that. We need to help ourselves by focusing on our breath, because our breath is directly linked to the heartbeats. And this is why breath is so important in meditation. And in terms of all the things we've heard of when you're mad, breathe 10 times. They tell us these things, but they don't really tell us specifically why. At least it's not as apparent for as many people as it should be. And I think it's very important to be aware of the fact that if we focus on our breath, we can get our heartbeats back into a regular, healthy rhythm. Our ultimate goal is to be coherent overall for our well-being. This is what keeps us healthy. So by focusing on our breath, we do a lot. And I think it's beautiful that the heart means all of this. For so long, the heart has symbolized love. I mean, even the symbol itself of the heart symbolizes love. And then the heart symbolizes courage. It symbolizes unity. It symbolizes unity consciousness. The ancients believed and knew that the heart was vital, and I think they even said it was like the gateway to heaven or something like that. I don't remember right now. But I've always felt like this. I've always felt in my heart that this was the case. I didn't really need scientific explanation for it. I think most intuitive people don't. But it's very important to know this information so we can give it to people that are looking for logical explanations for everything, which is fine too. We're humans, and we have forgotten to think with our heart. And it goes back to that. We're stuck in our minds. And I think I just tweeted about this like 10 seconds ago. To truly think from your heart is to perceive the experiences outside of your recorded memories and your mental, emotional references that you use to perceive life. This is how we identify life, according to what we have lived. But when we transcend this, when we shift our way of thinking and open up our heart to understanding people beyond just our mind, we get so much further. Not only in communication, but in everything. When we finally connect heart to heart, it's no longer an argument. It's more an expression, a medium for acceptance, for connection. This is what the heart enables us. But when we continue to think from the mind, and when we divide everything in rights and wrongs, then we stay there arguing in between what's better and what's worse, what's more worthy and what's not worthy. And that's not the case. When we think from the heart, there's more acceptance, there's more compassion. You harness this courage to kind of transcend your own meaning, what you think it is. And you kind of realize, it's different for somebody else. And you're able to obviously not entirely experience what they experienced, but you're able to feel them more at a very deeper level. And this is very important for connection, because we don't connect deeply nowadays like that. We're always stuck in the duality. Essentially, that's what it is. And we're always approving or disproving things. We're always trying to impress or looking to be impressed. But when we think from our heart, and when we speak and our intentions are from the heart, things like that go out the window, and the needs of the soul are more important than the needs of the ego. Ego is what's recorded on our minds, because it was the creation, I guess the creation, I'd say the art piece that came out of all of our experiences and the things that we reference in our life. That's what our ego is, the projection of everything we've been through. That's what all those things made us that. And then when we come up to that realization, we know that we have power over it, and that we can be more than what we think that we have to be. And this is at a very subconscious level. So when the mind and the brain work together in this way, you can transform and change everything you want about your life. You just have to believe. You set your own limits for yourself. It is you, nobody else. And this is directly from your mind and from fear. And fear looks into the files that it has experienced to justify itself. But when you're in the heart, courage is tremendous. And this is why love makes you do things that you think you've never done. Because it opens up your heart and you're not even noticing. And we're scared of stuff like that. We're scared of love. We're scared of opening up our heart. Because it is a scary thing to be uncomfortable and to transcend fear. But it is beautiful. And it's the one thing that brings about transformation. And that is the power of the heart. It entails so much, but to know it is to be aware of how much we can actually be part of the changes and the things going on around us. I mean, we're part of everything nevertheless, but it's better when you're awake to it. When you're actually a conscious creator of what's going on, and you know this is the situation. I'm part of it. I'm not separate from it. This is a projection of me as much as it has its own meaning. We're both together in this experience. You and I are both together in this experience. And that's the most beautiful realization. And ultimately, when we connect back with this awareness, we come back into conscious oneness with everything. I think the disconnect is to forget that we're connected to everything, because it's easier, because there's so much going on. But it's beautiful to feel, and we should never beat ourselves up for it. It's beautiful to be part of it, and stay positive and continue to harness the courage and the creativity to think up new perspectives that will make you stronger as a person and more whole and more healthy overall for your well-being. Continue to think from your heart, and next time you find yourself fighting yourself, remember that you're just fighting air. You're just fighting air. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.